behalf of the government and the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I felicitate with the government and the people of the Republic of India on the occasion of the 72nd anniversary of the Republic Day of India. Over the years, there has been remarkable progress in the level of cooperation between our two countries, as manifested by the robust interaction at both bilateral and multilateral levels. I wish to particularly applaud the strides made in the political, economic, defense, education, technical training, developmental cooperation, and other aspects of our bilateral relations with India, and also commend the exchanges of high-level visits between officials of our two countries. These visits have no doubt resulted in building renewed friendship and mutual trust between our two countries and facilitated the tremendous increase in the volume of trade in recent years. I encourage both countries to continue to explore new areas of cooperation for the mutual benefit of our two countries and peoples. As the world continues to witness a series of destructive events occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic that poses serious threat to the health and economies of countries all over the world, we appreciate the cooperation and assistance of international partners that have helped Nigeria in strengthening the efforts in combating the effects of the virus.
The President of the Republic of India, in his address today, said that we should look at 2020 as a year of learning. Yes, there were many challenges to our economy and to our way of life during 2020. But yet there were miracles too. In India, there was a farming miracle when our food, herbal and traditional medicine sector saw enormous growth. There was an IT miracle when almost all types of industrial, commercial, social and educational activities were held in virtual mode. There was a scientific miracle when within 1 year we were able to produce 2 vaccines on our own, administer them domestically, and have already supplied them to no less than 15 countries in the world and counting. Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave a call of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, or Self-Reliant India Mission. Under this mission, steps have been taken for economic growth as well as employment generation by promoting micro, small and medium enterprises and making the startup ecosystem more robust. It has become a movement being taken forward by people themselves. Excellencies, dear friends, relations between India and Nigeria rest on a solid foundation of age-old, long-standing ties based on deep mutual respect, goodwill, and shared concerns and priorities. During 2020, despite the pandemic, there were several important and positive developments in our cooperation. Our relations were comprehensively reviewed in a 75-minute long virtual meeting between the two foreign ministers, Dr. Jaishankar and His Excellency Mr. Onyema, in September. The Nigerian Industry and Trade Minister, the SNT Minister and the ICT Minister all had bilateral interactions in virtual mode with their counterparts in India. We supported each other in multilateral fora, including UN and WTO. More than 15 business events were held with substantial success. Defense industries and R&D organizations discussed important areas of mutual interest. An MOU on cooperation in the peaceful uses of outer space was signed in August. Considering that the last direct flight between India and Nigeria was in 1989, more than 30 years ago, the year 2020 saw 32 special flights between India and Nigeria that transported more than 10,000 Indians and Nigerians between our two countries directly. This gives us hope, and we hope that airlines will be able to find ways to start direct flights in the year 2021. The Indian community did its bit, and in particular, I would like to highlight that they donated a 50-bed COVID treatment and isolation center to the Department of Health of Lagos. Under our e-ITech capacity building program for mid-level professionals, 62 e-training programs for civilians and 69 e-training slots for defense establishments were utilized by Nigeria. In fact, curiously, but probably not unexpectedly, our exchanges and our relations saw more interaction and more cooperation during 2020 than in the preceding years, without necessarily meeting physically. In 2021, we are already looking forward to more exchanges in the field of trade economic cooperation, counter-terrorism, defense and security, foreign affairs, and consular matters. On this note, I once again sincerely thank all the senior officials, representatives of ministries, my colleagues in the diplomatic corps for making it convenient and showing this confidence in India and in Abuja and in Nigeria's own diplomatic outreach in making it convenient to attend in person. I am so thankful to all of you. I would, in the end, raise a toast to the health and well-being of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari and to the everlasting friendship between the people of India and Nigeria.
Delighted that the Indians are celebrating their 72nd anniversary as a nation, and they have a very strong bilateral relationship with Nigeria. To me, recently we had a training exchange program between Nigeria and India, and it has been one of the best outings. If not for this COVID-19, about 3 other sets will have gone to India, and 3 other sets of India will have come to Nigeria on cultural exchange programs. But today is a special day for them. I mean, all of us had the speech of their Prime Minister. So to me, the Excellency, the President of Nigeria, is well represented here today, is to show everyone that Nigeria and India has a very strong ties. And what we've come here to do today, with the number of Nigerians in attendance, is to show solidarity, support, and best wishes for the Indian community in Nigeria, which is the very large numbers. So to me, I will use the opportunity once again on behalf of the Nigerian people to wish the Indian entire population a wonderful National Day. And I look forward to joining them in subsequent years. No, basically, no country in the world is an island. At this time, you can never say, maybe the strategy a particular country is using is helping out. Maybe the other countries we're contacting may not have that synergy to give us all the support we need. For instance, the way you approach insecurity in Africa is not the same way you approach insecurity in Europe. So we must find out where and when. But let me put this on record. There's no country in the world that is fully secured. Every country has its own security challenges. So for us as a people, I celebrate today, I'm happy today that it was worse in 2015, etc. But today, people could say it's not getting better, but I'm assuring you it's improving by the day.